Yo, what's up? Mood616 with a reply or video entry for the Underground Vault's contest. I'm not really trying to win this contest because I actually have a bunch of the same things to give away, which I will be doing a contest in a little bit also of my own. I think I kind of gave the idea for it, but that's cool. I think what he wanted to know was basically all it was, he wanted to know your favorite album of all time, and I think just pick like 4 or 5 or whatever underrated albums that you think are underrated and just talk a bit about them. We'll start off with the favorite album of all time. Tribe Called Quest, Midnight Marauders. Awesome. I don't really want to get into this a lot because I could go on for hours about this record. It's just fantastic. Steve Biko, probably the most underrated track of all time. Such a sick track. Anyways, Tribe Called Quest, Midnight Marauders, my favorite album of all time. I'll get into this a lot more on the channel down the road. So I was just going through the collection and just kind of picking CDs that I've really never seen anyone talk about. And you know, I think they're underrated. Maybe they're underrated because people don't know about them, which is probably why. We'll start off with a group, or a guy, not a group, an MC called Encore. This album called Subb Preservation, representing the Bay. It's one of those one MC, one producer records. Just awesome. Just an amazing hip-hop record. Everybody needs to own this one. Yeah, it's just, everything about this record is just awesome, man. The Architect's production on this, just, you know, it's kind of boom bappy a little bit. You know, this album came out in 2000, so we're in that transitional period of time where, you know, from the 90s to 2000, everyone was trying to, a lot of people were doing something a little different, kind of, the beats were changing a lot, but this album right here is strictly underground hip-hop, amazing stuff. I definitely highly recommend this one. Yeah, that's Encore Self-Preservation. Look for it. I think it's still in print, I'm assuming, maybe, I don't know. It's on 75 Arc Records, which pretty low key, so you can definitely, I think you can find this on eBay. I think I picked this album on eBay for probably 9 years ago, for really cheap. So I don't know, you can probably get it for cheap, but anyways, Encore, definitely check that one out. Another album here, Akbar, Big Bang Boogie. This album right here, I've heard people talk about from the old Boogie crew. This album's fucking awesome. Just strictly hip-hop, man. I love this right from the start, man. Hip-hop is so awesome. MCing just superb on this. Beats are banging. It's got kind of like that funky feel to it and shit. Highly recommend this Akbar record. If you don't have it, definitely check it out. It's definitely worth adding to the collection. Here's an album that's posted tons of times on the underground hip-hop forums over the years. There's a few of us that really love it. I know the other mod on there, Weatherman, he's a big fan of this album. Brothers Benz, Up From the Desert. This album right here, I could not say enough good things. It's just structured very well. It's got that awesome hip-hop feel. MCing's pretty good. Production's really tight though, really tight. Just definitely one of those albums that kind of flew under the radar. This album came out in 2007 and I didn't even hear about it until I think about a year or two later. I didn't even know about it. No one had ever posted it. Someone posted up one time and I thought the album art was interesting, so I checked it out and I just fell in love with it. Great record. Definitely need to have that one in the collection. Here's an album I've posted again a million times and no one ever responds to it. Freestyle Edge and Stone. Freestyle being from the Arsonist. Probably one of like super underrated MC. No one ever talks about this cat, but he rips shit on this record. Every song on this album is highly entertaining. Production's dope. You know, he's got DJ Noise on here. I love the track Me vs. 2 DJs. He's got DJ Hype, DJ Static on here, and he battles them. It's a fucking cool track, man. You know, Carry On here. He does a song with Attorney, which Understand is actually on her first album too. Card Sharks, fucking awesome. Method of Madness, See No Hear No, Rumbling Pavement with Acrobatics on there. Rock the Planet, Can't Let Go, it's beautiful. Everything, this album, definitely highly underrated. This was actually released on Battle Axe Records, I believe in, I don't even know what year it was. I want to say like 2005 or something like that. I picked it up right when it came out because at the time I was buying everything on Battle Axe, from Mr. Brady to Swollen Members to fucking everything, man. So I caught that based on, you know, I knew about the artists and stuff. I didn't know how it was going to be. Glad I did. Awesome album. And then taking it back a lot of years, this might not be up your alley, Underground Vault, but anybody else is watching this, the Convicts made up 3-2, Lord 3-2, and Big Mike. Big Mike eventually became part of the Ghetto Boys for one album. The production on this album is so good. This is Represent Rap-A-Lot Records from 1991, I'm gonna say. Just always forgetting. Yeah, 1991. This album is fucking awesome. I'm a really, really big fan of Big Mike. I think lyrically that guy was fucking genius, man. So good. But this album's got some of the greatest tracks, man. Like Fuck School on here is just, I love that song so much. Penitentiary Rules, great storytelling on here. You know, that early 90s Rap-A-Lot production. Really cool stuff. Really, really hard to find. This album's out of print. This is an original copy. I've seen this album go from anywhere from $50 to $80, $90, something like that. I bought it in the 90s. I found it at a record store. I think I paid $20 for it. You know, that was a good, I mean, that's a decent price for it compared to nowadays. I mean, it was expensive then, but you know, back in the day, they didn't really have cheap CDs for some weird reason. CDs were like $21.99. You know, it's fucking bullshit. But it's a hard album to find. But if you can find a copy, anybody who's watching this, definitely peep it out. Absolutely love that record. I still listen to it all the time to this day. And you'll definitely see this guy in my countdown coming up here. But Big Daddy Kane, everybody knows Big Daddy Kane. I just want to talk about this album. Looks like a job for it. I always found that this is probably the most underrated album by Big Daddy Kane because I love how he comes so hard on this album. He comes so hard, great battle tracks. The beats are just, you know, that total. I think this album was in '93, I want to say. No, that year's not right on there. Yeah, 93. So that's weird. So 1993, awesome stuff, man. I fucking love this record, man. Chocolate City, great track. Just Enough Respect, got the remix on it, Enough Respect. The original track is from the Juice soundtrack, and which is fucking amazing. But, you know, this album is so good, man. I love it. Brother Man, fucking awesome. Love Big Daddy Kane's approach on this record. Kane's so hardcore. Didn't really have a lot of the, you know, the girly songs on here and stuff, but here's why I like it. Some of those songs from the earlier albums, you know, I like them because I love Big Daddy Kane on the mic, but I definitely highly recommend Looks Like a Job for it. It's got that 93 grittiness, just fucking dusty ass production. Great shit right there, Big Daddy Kane. So those are the 5 albums that I you know, I think are underrated. You know, I mean, I could talk about underrated albums all day, really. You can hear in the background, finally got my copy, had to reorder. I talked about this in another video, but the Elzai, you know, Will Sessions tribute to Illmatic. This is what's on in the background. I don't know if you're wondering, it's not Illmatic, this is Elzmatic. But I'll talk about that one later in an update or whatever. But so that's my entry, Underground Vault. Check out his website, reviews and all that type of stuff. Good stuff. It's cool, dude. So Moon616 signing off. Peace.